Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, here's something I use every other day and it helps me save money. It is Rocket Money. Check this out. I can see exactly how much money I'm spending on eating out. Way too much money.
Yeah, I get email updates all the time. It's like, hey, this bill has gone up. It lets me look at all these different things. It is so important to keep track of all this stuff, especially with subscription prices and how they keep going up.
Yeah, I'm the one who introduced these guys to Rocket Money. I've been using it ever since. I love it. I took charge of my finances. I've been saving a ton.
What the hell? Shutter just went up in price. I was paying $61, $69 every year, and now it's $77.81. God dang it! I love staying on top of all of the things that charges me money. It empowers you guys. The best part is it is free. Check it out at rocketmoney.com/angryjoeshow. Use it. You're going to love it. And if you like it, there's some premium features there that you can grab too. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Check it out.
Guys, check it out. It's one of our favorite apps that we use daily.
Yeah.
It's going to save you money and organize your stuff and budget. Check it out. Link down below. Marathon video is probably actually up before the news, so our impressions are there. Pretty negative, but we bring it to you how we bring it to you regardless of how we think it's going to go over. Though I did see a ton of downvotes on the video, so I suspect we're pretty spot on with that one. No, the trailer. So Alex, what the hell else has been going on in gaming news? And also we should probably follow up on the Trump tariffs since we did a bit on the last thing, and news has
we got
very predictable news.
Yeah, we got some of that stuff there.
All right.
Eli Roth has come out and said, hey,
great.
He made a movie that was like rancid ass and like
Borderlands
milk. It's one of the worst things that I saw last year. One of them, not quite the worst, but up there.
Yep.
And he's like, you know why my movie was ass?
Why?
Because I wrote it.
Well, that's the real reason, Joe. But you're getting ahead of the.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah. He says you can't prep a movie on that scale over Zoom. Now, I will say that the prep for the movie looked pretty good. You had some of the cast was pretty good, and some of the stuff looked really good. But you can definitely write a script during COVID that makes sense and is funny. And
you cannot prep a movie of that scale over Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds really fancy and nice. That's why he said it. But he's also completely fucking wrong.
Yes.
Because he went on to say, I couldn't do pre-visuals. And actually, the best part of the fucking movie was the visuals. Yeah. You nailed it there, Eli. So you can fucking prep. Mm-hmm. And he said, I couldn't be with my stunt people. Eli. It wasn't the stunt guys that were the fucking problem. Eli. Everyone was spread all over the place. You can't prep a movie on that scale over Zoom, and I thought we could all pull it off, and we got our asses handed to us a bit. You thought you could pull off writing a movie and not being close and faithful to the source material, and instead you thought you could parade around some Hollywood names and write the most tired-ass toilet humor and dumbass jokes and miscast. Yeah, Joe, miscast.
No, it had Jack Black in it. It
no
was perfectly
respect.
cast.
No.
Oh, God, it's another video game, so it's not Jack Black doesn't immediately equal box office success. But to be fair, Jack Black's face cannot be seen.
It's true.
So
No. Okay, well,
he was not able to mine.
His jokes were
Norcraft.
fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart.
Remember when he was pooping bullets? It was so funny.
You remember when they got
so
peed
funny.
on?
Oh yeah, it's in her mouth. Yeah.
Don't remind me of that movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the end when like something cool happens?
No, nothing cool happened.
No.
They like brought characters back that had got like all of their scenes cut, and you're like,
so
where
he
you?
blames COVID. I think it was none of us anticipated how complicated things were going to be with COVID. A lot of movies went through COVID, and a lot of them ended up, worse or problems, and that's true. But you can still see overall, good movies still came out during that time, and visions were executed.
Yeah.
The script was terrible. The storytelling was terrible, and all of that, like that is the most important part that it's the worst part of the whole fucking movie. I mean, come on, Eli.
Yeah.
Come on. You just look
As
foolish.
if all of your other films, Eli, were masterpieces.
Yeah, if I was him,
What
I
is-
would have not said anything. It was like, let's just forget about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
Like,
hey,
well, it wasn't
hey,
my fault. Let's
hey,
like,
I'm so. What
why
happened to
bring it
Hey,
up?
I'm sorry. Look, I wanted to do better. It didn't happen, and I should have hired somebody
he's
that
like, look,
knew.
I bit off more than I could chew. I'm sorry. And then, bam, done.
Oh, you get the little card. He's writing a card to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I choose you. Valentine's, Simpsons.
In really good news, Marvel Rivals has implemented a brand new patch, and for people that like cake, this butt patch has thickened up every male character in the game.
Nice.
Gave
So-
everyone BBLs.
Hey,
Big, full asses.
oh man, I didn't have the time to invest in the Venom mode and the fucking, so that all of my characters can do the booty dance. Or is it
twerk?
just
That
Venom
was just
that does
Venom.
it? I've seen Hulk booty dance. How'd they get booty dancing on Hulk? Well, I thought they did this because if you have access to the emote, then all the male characters can booty dance, but I guess not. Yeah, there's some flat asses here, Joe. Look at these pictures. Put this fucking picture here. Moon Knight, very disappointed in your ass. They tried to buff his ass. It's all right
It's
now.
better. They thickened him up a little
all
bit.
right.
Do those hip thrusts.
He must work out.
Hip thrusts, squats, lunges.
Mary Mo.
But yeah, so butt quality has improved. There are also rumors that they caked up Magic and Psylocke in specific skins.
Hey.
Though there are people arguing about that. But I've seen some pictures. They're all over the
I just unlocked the Psylocke X-Men skin, and honestly, I can't really tell that much of a difference. So I don't know.
There are some people who it's like their
Like
only
boom,
concern.
badongadong. It doesn't seem.
They need them bigger.
They're looking at
Bigger.
it like constantly.
Yeah. And then of course they added, Emma Frost came out. We got a chance to play it on Twitch, and she is, she's got some large legs.
Yeah, thick thighs save lives. I like her kit, and she's been fun so far. And I've been enjoying season 2, though. Some of it seems like premium lock that I didn't see in other seasons. I don't know. I need to play more and explore more to understand that.
I think the Battle Pass is about the same as it was the previous season. So like they're still giving out all the characters for free, which is absurd. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
characters free
it
is
should
good.
be mandatory. That's what I want. But like compared to
Others.
League of Legends, where you need to like mortgage your fucking house to get all these goddamn
Right.
characters, that's like this is the way that it should be. Path of Exile 2, game I played a lot, even did a rapid fire for. I liked it. The community is not liking it right now.
Didn't you? We covered a news story where they
Yeah.
started to turn. Is it getting worse?
Yeah, so they put out a new patch. I'm going to pull up what the total number of. We are at 13,955 negative, like overwhelmingly negative for Path of Exile 2. And it's because they put out a
Fuck
new.
did they do?
They wanted to change the speed at which the game played. And so they wanted you to spend more time fighting the bosses and, dodging some of the things and getting to see the cinematic things they built into it. So what they did is they fucking nerfed everything. Everything does significantly less damage. And so when you've been playing for a long time and it feels good, and then all of a sudden they nerf everything and everything feels bad, people were unhappy. And so that's what's been going on is people are really, really upset about it. And then, of course, people are comparing it to Blizzard not knowing what the fuck they're doing. And maybe these large...
That's not who you want to get paired with.
compared to, especially when, everyone's like looking at them like the chosen one. So they've got some time to kind of right the wrong. They're still in early access, but... maybe these giant sweeping changes, fully nerfing pretty much everything in the game, isn't a great way to get your
Bad idea.
community
No.
excited about stuff.
And they hopefully took the feedback, be like, we're going to fix it.
Yeah, they've made some mentions that they're going to be working on it. They didn't expect things to go over. It's like I think anyone who's played any of these games could tell you that sweeping nerfs.
I'm surprised they even thought that was a good idea, though.
I don't know.
Because nobody really likes it.
Yeah, ever. Like
So
ever.
why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Star Wars Battlefront 2 news, a game we haven't talked about in a very long time, the game is broken. Every single game mode completely broken. And so
Oh, Lord.
Hackers have been preventing people from spawning on any server.
That's nice of them. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes people just want to
Watch the
It's an
world
old
burn.
ass game, and hackers are still hanging around that one and fucking with people. Jeez, that sucks.
And there's been reports of hackers having admin powers in Battlefront servers for a long time, but lately it's just
Months ago it was an issue.
Yeah, but now they can just completely stop you from spawning, taking everything over.
Disable player spawns entirely.
Yeah.
Rendering lobbies completely non-functional as the game can never properly begin. So you're sitting there waiting for the game to begin, and hackers are preventing you from playing it.
Yeah, and then of
And
course
they're screaming about it, and of course EA's doing jack shit.
Yeah. And well, they also fill the chat. The hackers who are closing down the servers, when you're in there, they spam the chat with real fun things that you probably shouldn't read. But yeah, this is just, it highlights the server security is super important. So hopefully EA gets on this.
Yeah, seen a steady increase in negative reviews in the last week. Lobbies have gotten more busted. Cheating situation is insane. It's impossible to play the game due to the anti-spawn cheating.
Yeah. I mean, cheating's a big problem in a lot of games. We talk about shooters all the time. So a lot of the extraction shooters have issues. Tarkov, people still complain that, there's a guy spawns in, God mode, kills everyone on the server, takes all of their stuff. Or, a lot of times they tone it down a little bit where they show that they're taking some damage, and then they do all sorts of cheaty things in there. But it's like PC cheaters are a major problem. They're ruining everything, and I don't know how.
Yeah, instead of playing this shitty EA Star Wars Battlefront 2, maybe you should try the other Battlefront 2. And I mean the other Battlefront 2, because there's the Esper version, which was a disaster, though they fixed it mostly. But then there's also the original Battlefront 2, and then the repay for it now, Battlefront 2.
I love the Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I found a new news story if you're winding down.
Oh no, we got
we got much more.
We have a ton of stuff. There are rumors. Well, not rumors. The people who are playing Battlefield, EA has this little private group of people who I don't want to say that they're simps.
What?
But a lot of people
Which ones?
do. And they play their games and they only give positive feedback, and so they get made
the Battlefield creators.
Yeah,
the creators
morons
program
that have no integrity. That just
Yeah,
say
the
positive.
Madden game breakers
I
or
love
game
it.
changers. Sorry, more like game breakers. But game changers.
This
my bad.
screen goes hard, and it's just a black screen. It's like, you're an idiot. But anyway,
It does go hard.
Those people don't follow their NDAs apparently, because there's all sorts of leaked stuff about Battlefield coming out, and the community managers are pissed.
Yeah, because they deal with fucking idiots.
Yeah, and none of this stuff. So to be fair, none of this stuff that these people are playing are final release versions of anything. But a lot of people who have been playing in this program are mad because there's skill-based matchmaking coming in Battlefield, and people are like, hey, that's not necessarily what we want. And so the community managers are pissed. It's like, we don't even for sure have any of that stuff. Now the community manager is just customer service. They don't know what the development is. But how do you feel about skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield?
I don't know. It's been so long since I've had a positive Battlefield experience at this, because I haven't played any of this behind-the-scenes Battlefield labs or anything
You're not
like
invited?
that. So, no, I haven't bothered. I'm not going to develop their game for them for fucking free. They can do it. They can find people that'll do it for them. I'm not fucking doing it.
Well, it's not
for
just play it for free. You have to. There's a non-disparagement clause where you can't say bad things.
Oh, well, they
about
say
it.
bad things about it. And anyway, I'm sure these people are saying that they're skill-based matchmaking. I don't know. Is it limited to just one of the queues? Is it based on the rush mode, or is it in conquest? Like, what is it? So I can't comment on it because I don't know what the story is there. And to be fair, as you said, it's so early that they're probably testing things. That is exactly, honestly, what those betas and early alphas are supposed to be for. Let's test this out amongst a bigger group of people that we can't do internally. We need the community to do it. So, but I would err on just keep things the same. Keep it the way it was, not 2042.
No, not the way it was.
We're talking about Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 for those.
All right. Well, this weekend, Bungie put out their amazing video, their new
yes,
paid should be free to play game that's going to be Sony's going to be pushing super hard. We put out a whole long video.
Next big thing.
Yeah, so it's half an hour. If you want the gist, there is an extraction shooter that Bungie's designing that has Destiny, Halo-ish gunplay, but it looks bad.
And Bungie says Marathon is about losing all your gear, but still having a great time because you come out with a good story. Only there's no story.
Not yet.
You know who's got the
There's
best
no story in the game.
Brand.
There's no single-player campaign. There's no cutscenes. There's
You can read stuff you find.
no. The story is you getting shot in the face and falling down and losing your equipment. Hey, isn't that a good story? Remember that one time
when
you
we
walked around
dropped?
that corner and you got dropped?
That was cool.
Because you always get dropped. And then my ass gets dropped trying to help your ass.
He's going to be the one running away in the beginning of fights because
I'm
of the
gonna
way
be stealthy.
He runs away anytime there's a spider in a cave and we all die because it's a spider.
he doesn't like spiders.
You guys die. I'm
And then you
alive.
You
survive.
can't permanently
And
kill
then
anyone in the
you-
game.
And then
Who's
you
the smart
die
one?
because you can't finish the level because you can't battle spiders.
He's going to escape every time. He's going to be unkillable.
Bam.
He's just going to go invisible. And so we put out a whole video. Go watch that whole video.
Yeah.
But I
A
think,
bunch of people played it.
yeah.
And we have to base our opinions and videos on their footage and their stories. Surprisingly, a lot of them very honest about it. So I would watch Skill Up. I'd watch Hidden Xperia. Even though some of them are very big fans of Bungie, and their revenue is tied to these things being successful. Not Skill Up, but in fact, Skill Up. He said when his. He's like, oh, they flew people out there, and he declined, and he paid his own flight out there so he can maintain his. I like that. That's some good shit right there. Shout out to you. But yeah, so basically from them, 30 content creators, we kind of got an idea of how the game is to be played. And to be honest, it's we didn't have a good impression on it.
underwhelming.
And apparently others didn't as well because it's got a very low like ratio on YouTube at the moment.
Yeah, it looks weird. Comes out the same day that Borderlands does, and it feels like it's 4 years late.
That's tough. Well, is it? Is Borderlands a heavy hitter anymore?
still not
It feels like they're not.
But this doesn't feel like a heavy hitter either.
True,
and it's
true.
like,
Yeah,
Even though
yeah.
it's Bungie, this is like a fucking minimum viable product.
yeah.
It really is. And look, check this out. Marathon won't have proximity chat because it's way too toxic.
Yes.
Awesome. You won't
You
hear
sneak up to people,
the battle
grab them,
cries of
whisper sweet
enemies.
nothings.
Wait.
Such a
okay.
terrible
It was
idea.
a great idea,
It was,
Alex.
I had it turned on for 5 minutes.
Shh, I got you.
Yeah, but they weren't yelling. They weren't going.
You
"Shh."
beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 beep.
It's great.
When it comes to
fucking
proximity
great.
chat, I don't think we're against the experience of it, to be fair. It's the game director, Joe Ziegler, told PC Gamer, I think the challenge is how to make sure we're creating a safe environment for players inside of this space. I don't think
It's a
your
safe
video
space.
You
games.
turn off.
Oh
video
my
This
games.
God!
is
I
a
just
safe
got
space.
fucking. Isn't Halo the one where teabagging was created? If anywhere, that's where all the toxicity came from. It's fucking Halo,
Yeah.
multiplayer Halo in fucking fire departments everywhere where they would all play, and then we would come over, and then also our friend's house, and then this one guy that I met that drove a Supra, and then he would charge everybody money to play and come in
You get
and to his
pizza?
party, and we didn't get any pizza, and we ate some of the pizza anyway, so he retaliated by putting us on a 12-inch fucking TV. I don't think Joe was there, but it was somebody, and we ended up, and they had this big ass fucking projection screen, and so eating our cold pizza, we kicked everyone's ass, and it was the best. And then we left, and all the dirty looks we got. We was the Halo champions back then. We teabagged everybody, and then I went and I put my balls on his Supra, and then I left.
Yeah, but he wasn't screaming the gamer word at you for 45 minutes straight. So yeah.
But I was pretty toxic.
Yeah.
Anyways, we don't think anyone has a good solution to that just yet because we're so dedicated to making sure that we are creating a safe space where we don't have players just flaming each other, doing terrible things to each other. I think we're not ready to invest in proximity chat until we have a solution. No, man. Whatever. I don't know.
You turn it on. I mean,
There's
turn it
so
off.
many other problems with this game right now that proximity chat is nowhere near on the list that they need to do. Check out our video. We have several major things that we think is going to hold this game back. If Sony thinks they're getting a $3.8 billion company making this huge hit in Marathon, I don't think so. May not be another Concord disaster. I don't think it's going to get that bad. But I don't think it's going to be the hit.
It's going to be a big dip. Huge dip.
Well, I mean, they also have to consider that, like we mentioned, they're going to be competing with Avalanche, which is also a company that they own. And so it's like, how many of these paid, like premium live service games are people going to be able to do and draw from?
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't get that many toxic experience. It's also because I'm a streamer, so my experience is different, but whatever. Hands-on with Marathon, several people played it for like 8 hours, so check out some videos. Check out our video on it. And yeah.
All right, we got some bad news. We are starting to see some price changes across the world, this time in Europe, the UK, and Australia. This is New Zealand and what else? So it's like we are seeing the PS5 base edition price jump. And so it's going up £40 in the UK. It's going up
what the fuck?
€50. It is.
How about
going,
US?
We don't have any information yet because, well, no one knows what is happening in this country, and we will get to that in a second. And so in Australia, it's going up to $750 Australian. So the Australian dollar is a little. It's worth like 56. 0.56 euros. So it's like, it sounds like a lot, but Australia is so taxed on their video games.
Yeah.
Feel for you guys down there. But it's going up all over the place. And this gets us into kind of what you mentioned, that we don't know what the hell is happening with hardware.
What the hell is happening?
Because what happens is people say stuff.
Not people.
No,
One fucking idiot in charge.
Well, and then also people on Twitter will say stuff, and then
really?
the news pick it up, and because like some random dude was like, he's going to pause for 90 days, and then everyone takes it, and then like all sorts of weird stuff happens, and so right now we have tariffs on China, and there's a current pause, and then there are
there's like 150 cents. So he put on tariffs. And then everything was freaking out, and he called everybody a panicking. He said, stop being stupid and weak. Stop crying about it. Just deal with it. And then he reverses tariffs because he's stupid and weak, and he's a panicking, apparently.
Well, he also said now's a good time to buy, and he's like, hey, wait.
That might also be market manipulation.
Yeah, well, we don't.
I think that's market manipulation, but laws
don't apply.
Laws no longer apply to our president of the United States, according to the Supreme Court. But yeah, it's just really fucking annoying. All of this, we're putting in now, we're taking it off. Oh, I'm such a genius. I'm such a victory. I'm so tired of the make a stupid fucking decision. Something bad happens. Fucking convince your followers that now I'm going to reverse this stupid decision and I'm the fucking genius. Yeah. And over and over and over. Meanwhile, people lose their retirements, they lose their investments, we lose trillions. But he's smart enough, and he caved. Apparently, when the bonds market started to be affected, when Japan actually started dumping a bunch of American bonds, that's when Trump was like, all right, just kidding. We'll stop. Tariffs paused 90 days. By 90 days, everybody will even forget that this even happened. And he's right. He's fucking right. People have no fucking memories. They're going to think when they look back at it, oh, yeah, that's that time that Trump did that amazing 3D chess. And it was fucking stupid. But right now, unfortunately, China still has, like 150 tariffs, which means
They're at 125 on us. We are at 145 on them, and that is not paused right now.
Yeah.
And
So industries that I care about, board games and miniatures games and stuff like that, they're still kind of fucked.
Businesses like relating to video games and technology. The reason it's important, but the reason that it's on the news show is like even companies like Apple shipped 600 tons of iPhones because they thought there were going to be massive tariffs, only for like the tariffs to be paused, and then things shift, and then then there's a policy where it's like, oh, we're going to have all these exemptions on certain products, and we're like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be because blanket tariffs are for stupid people, and so then he's like, no, we're going to put those exemptions in a bucket, and we'll talk about that bucket later. And so no one has any idea what's happening, including Sony, including Nintendo, which is why up until now, we still do not know what the price for the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be. We don't know what the PS5 price in the United States is going to be. There's all sorts of things up in the air, and it's really important as far as gaming is concerned, and it is terrifying. So
yeah, and the whole flip-flopping does not make us look good, especially when we're going against the allies, and all the uncertainty sucks. But they paused it before it affected your average consumer, though you're still seeing some leak over, and some prices are now starting to increase. But thank God that they backed off and they panicked and became panicans, because it would have been far worse if it hit actual consumers.
I mean, we sold this ongoing one that we have with China. We purchased a lot of stuff from them, and it's going to impact it's going to hit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Is he going to do the same cycle with the China? Okay, we'll pause all the tariffs with China. We'll see. But no, he seems to have a vendetta against China, so maybe he'll keep them on.
And there's on
know.
us, because we also sell them quite a bit of soybeans, and a lot of our agriculture goes over there. And so there's going to be hits to the American people, because tariffs are a tax on consumers, and so we are going to be taxed on the things, a lot of the things we buy here, and a lot of people who sell stuff over there.
Yep. Remember, in a trade war, no one wins, and it's mostly us, the little guys, that are going to be paying for all that stuff, while the rich people buy low when the market goes down and make record profit when it goes back up. Okay, is that all?
That's it.
That is it. Okay, I got a little one that just came in here just now, 2 hours ago. There was an app promising a universal shopping experience with automated AI. So you can get the lowest prices on products, video games, anything. Click a button, it'll search it. And it turns out that it wasn't AI. It was human workers in the Philippines and Romania clicking real fast. That is hilarious. An investigation by the information via TechSpot showed that the AI wasn't used at all. In fact, it was a call center of workers in countries such as Romania and Philippines that would be furiously clicking away behind the scenes. While there's an element of comedy to all this, laws in many countries around the world has laws for this sort of thing. So the founder of this company, Nate something, is now being charged with fraud, and the U.S. Department of Justice was less than amused and said the actions of Nate and its founder and CEO at the time, Albert Sanager, are charging him, making false claims about his company's artificial intelligence technology.
AI.
Okay, I need the lowest price on this. Okay, no problem.
Well, it's just like when
and you have 17 cell phones. Okay, I found it. Okay, boop. And then it goes. And you're just sitting here going, AI thinking.
Yeah.
AI
searching for deals. Searching for deals. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good, safe app. But you know what is a good, safe app?
Bam.
Rocket Money.
Hey, nice. That'll save you money, guys. Seriously, it saved me a ton of money. It lets me know when the hell prices are going up and when the reoccurring subscriptions. Oh, shit, I forgot to cancel that.
Yes.
You can even get them to cancel it for you. So easy. Awesome. Check it out. And, yeah, that's all we got for you this week. Check out our marathon video. And this week we'll be doing the The Last of Us 2, Season 2 HBO is available now, so we'll bring a review for that to you momentarily. I think Daredevil wraps up this week with the final episode, so we'll do a wrap-up on Daredevil Born Again on Disney, and much more to come. So check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.